I find, and this is no exaggeration, probably about 80 to 90% of the time that something goes wrong for me, it's because someone else was incompetent or didn't do their job. Just being honest. With a little bit of discussion and get this out of the way. Yesterday, there was a segment on this show where I talked about the large amount of gifted memberships that I received last week here on the channel. If you remember, there were 400 gifted memberships from someone named Nikita and 100 gifted memberships from someone named Duty. All right? From what I can see, YouTube did not account for the income from those gifted memberships. Okay? Should have. But for some reason, here we are a week later, because the first bomb actually hit on the 7th of January last week. And there's no revenue recorded in my analytics. And I'm like, why would I have so many gifted memberships that count? Because, by the way, you guys have them. You have all the benefits of them. You're using the benefits right now. And they're accounted for in my metrics dashboard saying that, yes, I have these memberships, but no revenue ever accounted, okay? When he's doing this shit, he's just money, 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 man. Like, for example, this cleaning cloth right here. Like, if I actually talked to this cleaning cloth about a problem on YouTube, I'll probably get a better response out of the cleaning cloth than actually talking to the YouTube chat rep. Because even though they're supposed to be there for anyone in the partner program, that's the point. Like, they're partner support. They don't usually help at all with anything. All they do is they regurgitate form letter nonsense that you can easily find online by doing absolutely no work whatsoever, but instead just copy pasting a bunch of instructional stuff that they have on their desks or in their database.
I'm experienced. Oh yeah.
First of all, here's how gifted memberships work. Like, I don't know. And they copy paste the entire, like, frequently asked questions about gifted memberships. Okay? And then they explain, oh, well, you see, there's all these different factors that come into gifted memberships. There's exchange rates, where not everyone who buys a gifted membership, it's the same cost, so you won't get the same amount per gifted membership depending on where someone lives. There's also the fact that if you're with a partner network, they take a cut of your revenue, so you might not have seen all the money that you were owed from a gifted membership because your partner network took part of it. And this and this and that. So I'm not even kidding you. It's like 10 form letter responses about it, none of which answer the question. So basically, here's what happened. I gave them very specific information about what was going on. I got 500 gifted memberships. You haven't recorded any revenue for any of them. I want to know why. And all they did was copy-paste the 10 possibilities of what it may be without actually doing any intelligent research into what it really is. So imagine, right, if every single night someone is knocking over your trash can, all right? So you want to know who did it, what's causing the trash can getting knocked over every night, right? So you hire a private eye to monitor your trash can, right? Okay, the next morning the private eye says, so here's 10 things it could be. It could be a raccoon. It could be the wind. It could be a malicious person walking down the street knocking over your can who they don't like you. It could be like, wait a minute, but you're a private eye. It's your job to look into what's going on and help me with it. Why are you just telling me what it could have been? Why don't you tell me what it is? Oh, well, that requires work. Correct. You're working. You're at a job, and your job is to work. Not to just copy-paste possibilities, but to actually look into the situation and tell me what caused it, not to tell me what it could have been. This is infamously what YouTube does. They don't actually work. Oh, my God, we got to get him out of office in any way or whatever. It's like, come on. You got to be a mature fucking adult and stop being a whiny little baby about this shit. You know, it's just like a whiny baby. Doesn't get their way. They didn't get their ice cream. You know, they didn't get their flavor of ice cream that they wanted. So instead of actually dealing with the fact that they still at least have ice cream, they're going to stand there and whine and complain while the ice cream melts down the side of the fucking cone. Grow up. All right? That are the problem. So don't feel afraid. Oh, my God, I'm going to renew my membership. Is it going to count? Yeah, it's counting. It's just that it looks like that one thing. And that the unfortunate part is that's a huge thing. 500 gifted memberships is a lot. If you do the math, I'm not even kidding, it's over $1,000. And that would help a ton this month because all the ad revenue on YouTube plummets on January. So all that extra ad revenue I was getting in the fall is gone now. And that would help to make up for that loss. And there's nothing I can really do about that. All right? So, if you want to support the channel, please do. if I get any updates on this, I hope I would. Now, yesterday during my Resident Evil 0 stream, when they hit me with the form letter response, like literally it was 10 facts with zero specific information, just general information that doesn't really apply to me. I responded back to the email and I said, this is not what I want. This is not help. You are basically giving me form letter stuff that doesn't apply to me. Your information is incorrect. This is a violation of your partner agreement. If you don't pay me for those gifted memberships, or if you don't give me a reason why you're not paying me, you're actually violating the partner agreement, which is a violation of a contract in the state of California, and you're liable for it. So I want an answer. And, of course, here we are, 20 hours, 22 hours, zero response. Because, again, this is how YouTube operates. They probably won't respond, and then all of a sudden, I'll get the revenue. It'll show. Or I will get a message about, oh, just so you know, those were fraudulent, and therefore you're not getting it. Like, that's how YouTube operates. They'll ignore you, ignore you, ignore you, won't acknowledge anything, and then there's a resolution. I just got an Are you shitting me? I'm not even kidding you. I got an answer, and the answer is, of course, terrible. Hold on, because I'm about to sneeze. I'm not kidding you. As we're doing the podcast, I just got an answer. In fact, you know what? I choose not to believe you. I don't believe you. Like Ron Burgundy says, I don't believe you. I choose not to believe you. Okay, listen to this. Let's see if you like this answer. I don't think I like the answer, but at least it's an answer. I can't believe live, as I'm telling you the story, we got our answer from YouTube. And it's actually a legit answer this time. Okay? Are you ready? So basically, in a nutshell, because I just read it, here's what YouTube says how it works with gifted memberships, okay? Let's say, for example, right now, I don't know, Gabriel. Gabriel, you're on the stream, right? There you are. Let's say you dropped a 10-member bomb on this channel right now, okay? So, boom. Immediately in the chat, you would see 10 members have been gifted out, and it goes to these 10 people, and I would shout it out, right? Now, if those people are actively on the stream, okay, what you do, I don't know how this works. Do you claim it? When you guys get gifted a membership, do you manually claim the membership? Is there a process by which you're like, oh, you've been gifted a membership, congrats, and you like click here or whatever? See, I don't know how it works. Is that what it actually says? Can you guys confirm? Because anyone who's gotten a gifted membership, can you confirm how it works? How do you get the gifted membership? So if you've ticked your box in settings, it's automatic. It shows up, you'll end up getting an email saying you got one. If you opt in, it's considered automatic. Here's what YouTube just told me, okay? Basically, what YouTube just told me is that so many memberships were gifted to the channel, all right, that basically they were assigned, but they won't count towards the channel until the person actively gets them. Now, I don't know what that means. They're calling it claimed. That's what it says here, okay? So it says, it shows that some of your gifted memberships from the previous days are claimed during later dates. That's what he just wrote me in the email, all right? So what YouTube is claiming, doesn't mean this is true, because YouTube talks out of their ass all the time, all right? What YouTube is claiming is that on the days that the 200 member bomb came in, people weren't around to claim them all. The 200 people who got them weren't there. The day when they actually claim the membership, I'll get revenue for it. Please explain. Please explain, because you're making me nervous. So, for example, again, if Gabriel gifted 10 memberships to the channel, and the 10 people who get those gifted memberships are sitting in the chat talking, that's considered claiming it instantly, and I get revenue for it right now. But in the case of gifting 200 memberships, okay, and I'm assuming all 200 people were not on the stream to claim them. Those people actively have to, I guess, log in or join a chat or do something to claim them, and then I get paid for it. That's what YouTube is telling me. So what YouTube is saying is, if you look at some future dates of your revenue, you'll notice that 1 or 2 days you've got a boosted revenue, and that's because some of the more memberships got claimed. So essentially, they're saying you should get credit for all the gifted memberships, but it's going to take a while, especially if with those 500 people, those aren't people who watch your content all the time. They have to actually actively show up and log in and everything, and then you'll get credit. That's what YouTube is telling me right now. Okay? And yes, for Helgen, to answer your question, that does mean you can get a gifted membership without being on the stream for sure. There could be someone who's like hasn't been on the stream for a while and gets a gifted membership, and if they don't acclaim it, then I don't get credit for it. That's what YouTube is saying. Sarah says, makes sense. It's rare you have over 500 viewers. True. It's probably not enough active viewers to claim that amount of memberships. You're probably right. So basically what YouTube is saying is, we'll divvy them out, but the person actually has to log in, show up, and then it has to apply to the account, and then you'll get paid. So here it is a week later. And perhaps that first member bomb of 200, right? It got applied, but maybe half those people didn't log into their accounts or haven't been on my channel, so they don't get them. So if they don't get them, I don't get paid for it. Show me the money. So this is at least we got an answer. Do you like the answer? I don't know if I like the answer. I think that at least I have an answer. I'm glad that I got an answer. I don't think I like the answer though. Like, someone paid for those memberships. The money was taken. Those memberships were divvied out. I don't care if anyone ever logs into their account to claim it. I should get credit for it. Right? From what I'm going to understand, and I think the only person that could really answer this, I know this would be weird, would be Only Iced Coffee. Because when gifted memberships began, I think it was like 2.5 years ago, or 1.5 years ago, Only Iced Coffee was the first person to buy them. And you know what happened when he I guess, well, at this point, they bought them? Sorry, because I believe they're transitioning, and I think at that point, Only Iced Coffee was he, but now it's she. So now I have no idea what to say, and now I probably look like a jackass no matter what I say, so I'm just going to say they, okay? Oh. So, if Only Iced Coffee was the first person to buy gifted memberships, you know what happened? They got refunded. Now, I don't know if they all got refunded, if some got refunded, because what happened was people had to sign up for the memberships first to say, oh, I approve them, I'll accept them, and no one had because it had just launched. So, they got refunded, but did they get refunded for all? Did some get refunded? How did it work? Because I'm sorry, but I'll be honest with you. I'll be pretty upset if people are supporting my channel, buying gifted memberships, and YouTube keeps the money and doesn't refund it if they don't get assigned, right? That doesn't make sense to me at all. It's like, I don't care if anyone ever uses the membership. The whole point of gifted memberships is to help the streamer, right? That's the point. You're trying to help the community, help the streamer. Even if you buy 100 gifted memberships and only 70 get assigned, the other 30, what happens to them? Just fucking give them out anyway. You know what I mean? Even if a person never uses it, it should still count. I don't like that, right? I think that's nonsense. But again, I don't run YouTube, and the people in charge over there do whatever they want. They certainly don't do things in any kind of a logical way for people who use the site. That's another thing that I've known from over the years using YouTube, that the way they run that site is based on a behind-the-scenes weird coding mentality. They don't actually do, like, they have book smarts and no street smarts, right? They understand the code, they understand the technicality, they don't understand the day-to-day use of the site. So people who actually use the site every day say, that doesn't make sense. You're changing something on the site. It doesn't make sense this way. Do it this way. And they're like, huh? They don't even understand how the site works. And they're the ones who run it, you know? Oh my God, he's drinking gin.